I'm back. I know it's been 2 years since my last post. I really want to apologize to my subscribers for that. It's been a tough couple of years for me. Life has really been kicking me in the butt, and I lost my focus and I let go of the rope. I told myself when I started the channel that I wouldn't do that. I'd make every effort to keep posting, but things happen. The worst part is that I stopped doing RC altogether, along with a couple other things that I really, really enjoy. But I think I'm on the right track now, and I do have more ideas for more content, so please stay tuned. And now to today's video. When I first started researching RC planes, drones were pretty big already. DJI was out and they were flooding the market, and so it was pretty much going mainstream by that time. I thought they were pretty interesting and all, but I really wanted to learn to fly RC planes with the intent of getting into EDF jets. So that's really where my mind was at the time. I figured I'd get into it eventually, but I wasn't really worried about it at the time. Fast forward to 2021, right about the same time actually I had bought my transmitter. I was talking to my niece and she was telling me how she had actually bought a Mavic Mini the year prior to that. I thought it was cool and all, but like I said, I was in the planes and such, so I really wasn't worried about it at the time. Then about 2 years ago, something happened, which I will get into in a second, but something happened which genuinely required the use of a drone to record. I already had this channel by this time, and I figured it'd be some good content to learn how to fly a drone. So, and as well, I have the Aero RC, which has a Mavic Pro on it, which is pretty much the same thing as a Mini. So I knew I'd be able to practice beforehand. So, as I told you before, it's been a couple years. I was having a rough patch. So, it took me actually about a year before I was actually able to confiscate my niece's Mavic Mini. And so, I got my hands on it and I started practicing, broke out the Aerofly RC and started practicing. As you can see, I have been practicing already. I feel like I've got the hang of it and I'm about ready to take it up. So, now for the reason that I've actually wanted to fly a drone.
Okay, so this is what is known as agave americani, or also a century plant. If you plant it and let it grow for 16 years, yes, 16 years, after the 16 years, it will sprout a stalk like this.
Okay, so this is a bit of a time lapse. This is what the plant looks like full grown, obviously, for the majority of its life, right before the sprout comes out. And then here's obviously the sprout coming out, starting to poke its head. And then here's the second sprout. So it took the full spring and most of the summer for it to reach its full height. Here's one with my nephew, who's actually tall for his age, showing you a little bit of scale. And then here's a little bit taller later in the spring, and then this one I think is already June, so this is summer. And you can see they're almost to their full height. That's my mom, obviously, in the front ground for scale. And then this is 4th of July. So they're pretty much at their height already. They're starting to bloom, you can see. And then this is what they look like full grown with the bloom. So
It's pretty high. That's one of the reasons I've been wanting to use a drone, is so I can get a shot from there, up there, just to see exactly how high it is. So it's been sprouted for over a year now. There was another one here. I don't know if you can see it. That one was just about as tall as that one, but it was leaning over, and we're afraid it was going to fall, so my dad cut it down early. But let's see if I can take the drone up there and see what it looks like.
All right, since this is my first drone, let's have a look. This is obviously the what they call a go case mini bag, I guess it says here. She called it a go case. I guess it comes in a bigger case, but that was stashed away somewhere and we were kind of in a hurry. So I said, as long as everything's in here. She said yes. I said, okay, cool. Then that's all I need. So let's see what's up here. Obviously, this is the drone. Damn. It is actually a lot smaller than I thought it would be. I mean, I've only seen pictures of them. 1, 2. Okay, so 1. This just comes out 2. It's really, feels really fragile. I don't want to break anything. Okay, now it looks like a drone. We got power button right here. Some sensors, probably something like that. What's this? Battery case, or yeah, battery compartment. And then, okay, the camera. Wait a minute, what's that? Okay, maybe it. Oh yeah, it looks like it. Okay. All right, so there's the camera. Okay, cool. Like I said, it is a lot smaller than I thought it would be. What else we got in here? Cables. Something else. What's this? Okay, I guess this is like a card reader. Yeah, SD card reader, micro card reader. Some different cables. Yeah, they look like a bunch of different cables. Is that for now? What else we got in here? This here. Okay, batteries. Looks like batteries. Battery charger. Okay, there it is. Yeah, batteries. Battery charger. Oh, okay. Oh, they lit up. I guess it tells you how much energy they have, how much power they have. Oh, yeah, 3 and 1. Little buttons. Charger. Okay. It has to be the remote controller. Damn, it's a lot smaller than I thought it would. Yeah, the antennas. Oh, I forgot. This is the first one, right? So you still need to, that's what this is for. You have to put a phone in here. I forgot all about that. This is the mini one, right? You still had to put a phone in them. The new ones, I think they all come with one piece or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. There's like a screen on it, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Well, my phone is a piece of junk. It's like 10-year-old $70 pay-as-you-go phone, so it's pretty much got no power in it. So I'm probably gonna have to use the phone I'm filming this on. It's a much better, stronger phone. It's just it doesn't have a SIM card, so I use it for a camera. But yeah, that's probably gonna go better in here. Yes. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, there it is. All right. Cool. Buttons. Oh, I guess it's charged already. Okay, so yeah, all right. So like I said, I'm probably gonna have to put this phone in here and start it up. She said she had problems with it at first, or not at first, but recently she hadn't put it up in a while. It was giving her errors and it wouldn't take off. So I'm gonna have to connect everything and then see what's up. If I have to use my phone, I'm assuming I'm gonna have to download something onto my phone. So an app of some sort. So I will look into that and try to get it set up. Okay.
All right, so I got the app downloaded and I got everything connected. I did have to clear a few errors. I had to recalibrate a few things. I think I had to recalibrate the gimbal and the compass and maybe something else. But it's finding satellites now. It's found its spot on the GPS and it's giving me a okay to take off. And so we're gonna go for it. All right, so we finally get to see what it looks like from the top of the tree. This is crazy. It's pretty tall. You can see the mountains even in the background, just to show you how high it is, how far you can see. You know, for a little pan down shot for some perspective. And actually, to tell you the truth, this is pretty crazy. The shot from here down looking at me looks a lot farther and higher than it does when you're standing on the ground looking up to the top of the tree. Sometimes birds land up in that tree, and so you can get a sense of scale, but it looks a lot farther from here looking down than it does looking up. So I thought I originally wanted to try some a circle shot. Called a quick shot actually. DJI Fly app has what's called a quick shot. You just press a button and it does a predetermined course for you. You don't have to control it. Like I said, I was trying to do a circle shot, but every time I did it, it did this fadeaway shot. So I'm not sure why. Um, you can see right here I tried to go the other way, but it just did the same thing. It just kept fading away. So I ended up having to just I got frustrated and just did a manual circle shot by myself. So bear with me here. I know it's herky jerky, but this is the first time I'm flying a drone. So but you see in the background, you can see the palm trees and the water tower. It's pretty high. This is pretty much on the same level with them. That's like amazing. Yeah, you can see the palm tree right there in the background as well. It's about the same level. That's crazy. Just let me finish my not so quick circle shot here. I said I wanted to see the view, but I also wanted to see how tall it was. So this is the DJI Fly app. This is what it looks like when it's on your phone. I just press screen record so you can see what I see while I'm flying. The reason that I'm taking you up this time with the Fly app is because if you look right here in the corner, there is a little meter that tells you how high off the ground the drone is. So we're gonna go to the top of the drone here. As you can see, it's already 9.7, 9.8. If you just hang on for a little second, I'm about to get the tippy top of that tree right into the middle of the screen, and we're gonna see how tall it is. 10 meters. Look at that, right there in the middle of the screen, and it is 10 meters on the meter. That's 32 feet, almost 11 yards. That is huge. That is tall. That is crazy. So I wanted to see how tall it was, but fortunately, I can also show you something else because the first couple of times I took out the drone, it was just the quick shots and I was up and down and I didn't have any problems. But the last time I went up, it showed me an error right as I was landing. I saw it flashing and I didn't really see what it said. So as I was flying this time, I saw it and I was able to read it this time, mostly because it was on the screen capture here. But there it is right now. Propellers rotating too fast. But the thing is, if you look right here, it says check whether propeller on beeping ESC is warped or damaged. That scared me a little bit at first, but I'd been watching it the whole time, and it wasn't wobbling or dropping or drifting or anything like that. It seemed it was functioning normally as I was steering and stuff like that. So I was a bit worried, but I just kept an eye on it, and I ended up actually flying for another like minute, 2 minutes, so before I brought it down. So you might as well go ahead and enjoy the view for the rest of the minute and a half. All right, so as it's landing here, I'm going to switch back to the DJI Fly app, and you'll see here that the warning message actually turns into an ESC beeping message. So, um, like I said, it was performing well, and I didn't see any problems with it, but that did worry me. So I decided to keep it grounded until I could look it up and figure out exactly what was wrong.
All right, so I looked up the error online, and just like the error said, everyone online is saying the same thing. The propellers are probably damaged and they need to be inspected. So I looked at them more closely with the magnifying glass, and I did find some nicks on a couple of them, little small nicks on a couple of them. So it's producing the error, so that means I got to change them, right? So I get online, and first of all, the Mavic Mini 1 is discontinued. I think they're on the Mavic Mini 4 Pro or something like that now. So just finding them in the first place has been a pain in the butt. Nobody even has them listed in the first place. And a couple places I did find that had them listed, but when I tried to order them, it turned out they actually did not have them. So I finally found one place that had them, and I ordered a few pairs, or a few sets. So we'll see what happens when they get here.
All right, so as you can see here, they finally arrived. This is actually two full complete sets. As I started to inspect them a bit closer, I realized that the tips of these are actually orange and the tips of the Mavic Mini 1 are white, which led me to inspect a bit closer. And so then I read this, not compatible with Mavic Mini. Great, so now I have to return these ones, find a new place that has them listed, confirm that they have them, and order some new sets. To be continued.
Okay, so just a few quick updates. First of all, I was able to locate some new propellers. I found a place online. They had them listed, so I called the place. I actually spoke to a guy who told me he was visually looking at them, and they were definitely Mavic Mini 1 propellers. So I told him to send me 3 sets, and he said we're good to go. So I am just waiting for those to show up right now. In the meantime, I had a couple other things I wanted to show you. First of all, this is the phone that I usually use as my camera, the one without a SIM card. Like so, normally it fits in here, right? Uh, as the remote control for the remote control, and then the USB connects like that, and everything gets connected. But I had this old tablet lying around which still works. I still use it sometimes, and I really wanted to try this much bigger screen, so I got online, and sure enough, I found this little holder tab thing for only a couple bucks, and it basically just takes the place, sits inside here like that, and then these come out, or actually I think it goes in this way, and then oops, be careful with that, like that, and then of course the tablet fits in there. Oops, bucket. Okay, so then the tablet fits in there, nice, and then I got an extra long, this is actually a high-speed data cable, an extra long one that I also got with it, and so yeah, one end plugs into the remote and the other one plugs into the tablet, and I'm good to go. I have a nice big screen to look at, so I'm going to try that out next time. Okay, so I got this a couple days ago in the mail. I have been busy though, so I haven't had a chance to open it yet. Um, So as I told you before, this is like the third try, fourth try maybe to get a hold of the right ones. So we'll see what happens. Let's open it up and see how my luck went. Okay, drum roll please. Oh
More packaging. I'm even more nervous now. Okay, let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens. Oh no. Well, I guess if this is how they come, then they look like the right ones. I have the colorings. They didn't come in the packages like the like the ones for the Mavic 2. They came in these long packages. Like I showed you the photos with the. All right. Well, looks like these are the right ones. 2, 3. Holy shit! They sent me 4 cents. What are these? Wow. Okay. Yeah, it looks like I got 4 sets now. But since the mini one is discontinued anyways, like I said earlier, I figured I might as well grab as many of these as I can, especially as hard as it was. If these are the right ones, it took me 3-4 tries to get through these. Okay, so I just realized right now, as I was closing the packages back up, that they don't come with screws. None of them have screws. All the other stuff you see, they come with screws. They come with their own screws, and none of these have screws. They only have the propellers. So I don't know if I can use the old screws or not. I was kind of told, or not told, but I've seen things where they said do not use the old screws. Make sure you use new screws. So now I don't know if I can just buy some more Loctite and re-Loctite them as I put the old screws back in, or what the deal is. But I'm gonna have to figure something out now. All right, so I went out and bought me a stick of blue Loctite. I just basically took a small stick or a flathead screwdriver. I took just a little bit of the Loctite and I shoved it down into the hole, the screw hole, and then I took the propeller and put the screw through it, and I tried to hold the propeller up as high as I could as I screwed the screw in, so as to keep all the Loctite inside the hole and not get any of it on the propeller. So I did that yesterday, so this should be dried today. So I'm going to take it out and give it a test run.
All right, so it worked. This is one continual over 10-minute flight that I just flew around the backyard for a while. No messages, no warnings, no beepings, no flying propellers. Yeah, everything works. Everything seems to be working out great. Like I said, it's over 10 minutes this clip, so I'm not going to show the whole thing, and I'm obviously going to speed it up a little. I'll just show you the best parts of it. Yeah, I'm really stoked now. So it seems to be working fine. Now I have a drone in my repertoire, so more drone content coming in the future as well. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I'm stoked on it. Quick race around the backyard. It's over to some tomato plants. I was growing some tomatoes for a little bit. And then another shot of the tree. Now, I don't know if you can tell from these shots above the century plant, but this tree has been pruned quite a bit. It used to be a lot bushier. You can see all the holes in it now. And then when I was flying on the backside of the previous clip, you could see how it's off the house, like right here. It used to be hanging way over the house, like where that shadow's at. It was covering. You can see that's the big old pile of mulch there in the background that came from all the excess wood. And now here's a little, we're gonna go for a little trick photography. I got brave, so we're gonna try some little trick photography here. There you can see the drone in the reflection in the sliding glass door. My mom was inside. I was kind of like peeking in on her. You can't really see inside from the reflection, but anyways, and then back out. All right, so that is it. Like I said, more drone footage coming, and more content on the way as well. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching.